was a scenario that Cameroon could have actually qualified today. If they'd beaten Brazil 2-0 and Serbia had got the equaliser, it would have been Cameroon who would then advance. They beat a Brazil reserve side by 1-0. Abubakar scoring late on. He'd already been booked, took his T-shirt off, would receive a second yellow. It was the friendliest red card, I think.
No, but the thing is, which is crazy, what is crazy is, as you said, you needed 2 goals. You score 1 goal, get the ball in the net, go back and try to score another goal. What do you want to celebrate for?
Because you've just scored against Brazil at the World Cup.
It wasn't one person, actually. OK, Abubakar scores a goal. So you can maybe say, OK, his head's gone because he scored the goal against Brazil. OK. But even the manager wasn't trying to get the ball and get them back to the halfway line. They were all too busy celebrating when they needed another goal, and nobody seemed bothered. Not one of them. Even Abubakar, after he gets the red, he's walking off with the biggest smile.
He scored against Brazil. He's got the winning goal.
If they don't get another one, they're out.
But they're out anyway. Serbia didn't equalise, did they?
Yeah, but they didn't know that at the time. I mean, it was just crazy.
Just enjoy the moment.
Listen, it's
scored against Brazil reserves.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
Now, it was a good thing to score against Brazil, for sure. It's a moment to celebrate. But maybe after the game.
Did they give medals for scoring against Brazil or something?
No, but you always remember that moment, don't you, scoring against Brazil?
Not if you're out.
Winning goal. I think
Listen.
A big deal, Naden, that Brazil lose this?
I don't think so. With the amount of changes they made, it's probably not. I think you'll know the team for the next round and you'll see something very, very familiar. The 1 or 2 players for Brazil I thought did well today, but overall, I don't think that Cameroon were essentially like knocking the door down throughout the entire match, and it was a bit of a strange performance. But, you know, if I can talk about that Abubakar goal, it's so interesting. You know, he scores that goal, and this is my thing. I think strikers, kind of like goalkeepers, are a little bit weird. So he scores that goal, he throws his shirt off, he knows he's going to get sent off, lifts his shirt up to show to the crowd, oh, look at me, I am Abubakar. And just in case the ref was curious as to whether he took his top off, here is Abubakar showing him, yeah, I definitely took my top off, here it is. And anyway, if they would have gone through into the next round, he would have been suspended. So realistically, what is he doing? It's one of the weirdest moments I've seen. And when you saw the goal go in, you would have thought they're definitely through. They're 100% through. But instead, there were 2 more goals that needed to happen. And now they're doing it with 10 men. Honestly, attackers, I don't understand them at all, honestly.
By the way, we shouldn't forget, we're talking about Brazil losing this game. The man of the match was the Cameroon goalkeeper.
Right, yeah.
So, it was one of those games where they just couldn't get a ball past them.
Right.
Brazil losing, Portugal
and it was Brazil's reserve team.
Who cares?
Yeah.
No, they made changes. When you win the group, you make changes.
That's only fair.
Why wouldn't you? You get another Neymar. What, another 2 or 3 Neymar scenarios for your first team players?
Right.
As long as it doesn't change, and you're not, changing the possibility for a team to go through because you put the substitutes.
Why not?
Fine.
That's what you want.
Why not?
Well, okay, you don't care. Okay, you don't care, but I think
you could argue that South Korea went through because Portugal made the change.
That's their business. It's not. It's your job as a manager.
No, of course you do whatever you want. You have the right to rest players, so you do that.
Right.
It's sad if you see that it changes something behind you, but I understand what France did, Portugal did. Spain, they got they had some fears, and Brazil. That's only fair.
You've got to manage and say, well, if you change 5 or 6 players, the chances are that'll affect the rest of the group. Or you can play your top team and you lose 2 or 3 of your stars, possibly suspension, injury for the next round. What you're going to do, it's not your job to worry about the other teams in the group. You've done your business. Now you can make the decision that you want to make.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.